So that was quick. Like how that was. Like you want me to keep moving?
Let's keep
moving. All right. Ubisoft. Ubisoft. Whatever you want to pronounce it. I think one of the best conferences. I feel. Not that they got in and out, but they definitely displayed a lot of good titles, and this is why I think the day that I say that Ubisoft is might be getting there to Bethesda and Rockstar after this one. I was not that I was like too impressed, but I'm like, all right, Bethesda, Ubisoft, I see you.
Okay.
All right,
I'm curious. Please, the floor is yours. I'm curious.
Division 2, I'm actually getting somewhat excited for it. So
that second trailer, not the trailer that was at the Xbox thing, but the trailer that was here.
Yeah.
With like, it started with like the little girl or whatever, and like it got farther and farther from the. That trailer was sick.
Yeah. So I'm starting to warm up to this game. I enjoyed playing with the friends, but I didn't enjoy the game itself.
I understand. I know that. Yeah.
So hopefully, maybe they change the experience up a little bit. Maybe add some different elements that's going to make it more difficult or less difficult. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'll probably get that game. One thing I liked was what's it called? Rainbow Six Siege. They're like, hey guys, we're gonna go. I forgot what they said. There was like 50 operators behind them or something like that.
They want to end up with 100.
Yeah, but I think the guy said like, "Oh, these are the possible operator or the actual operators that you're going to see eventually," which is kind of cool. I think the way they've done this game, like I said, it was my game of the year it came out. This game, I think this is like something like why I'm respecting Ubisoft a little bit more. I think they understand like, hey, you don't need to make a game every year for this kind of thing, and I hope they take some plays out of the book for the Assassin's Creeds. And what's the other? There's another title I'm thinking of. I'm blanking on it.
The Division, For Honor.
No, Ghost Recon. But they're not making a Ghost Recon game this year, so it's good.
Yeah. They didn't even mention Ghost Recon at all.
I think no. There's a DLC trailer or something like that in between. I think. Maybe.
Okay. I don't remember them mentioning it.
Beyond Good and Evil 2. I have low expectations for this game already. Just the way. The 2 years in a row, just trailers, no gameplay at all. I'm worried about that. I'm just questioning. I'm like, hey guys,
what you doing?
Are you guys working over there? It's like I think that this is like their plan B. Like if their game's probably obviously not working, and they're like, hey, the team that made the cinematic trailer for us, okay, we need to use that. But I'm a little worried about that game just because, like I said, 2 years in a row, the same kind of just trailer. Last year was like a quick announcement thing. This one is like a little bit more extended. You get to know the characters a little bit more. Just Dance, I love the intro. That was a good catchy intro, and it wasn't like, oh guys, like let's watch us play Let's Dance. It was like, no, we're just gonna have a little fun to get an intro to the show and then move on. I think that was good. Skull and Bones is probably your kind of game. It's like Sea of Thieves, super expanded, which is kind of cool, but I don't think I'm not biting it too much.
Basically, Sea of Thieves, but with the Assassin's Creed ship, like Assassin's Creed Black Flag ship combat.
Yeah, but it's a new IP, so which is cool in a way.
Yeah,
because it's not in the Assassin's Creed universe, right?
No.
Yeah, so it makes sense. Transference, you said you were pretty excited.
Seems like an interesting concept.
It looks interesting. I think since you said you're gonna get it, I'm gonna hear your reaction and you're gonna tell me yes or no to buy it. So again, but I mean that's really on you. Trials, that was a waste of time. Sorry. What else we got? Starlink. Starlink and Rabbids. One thing to note is like I really like how they gotten Nintendo's trust to pit their characters into these games or create games based off these characters as well, and are being somewhat successful. I'm not too much into the Starlink stuff. I think they announced this last year, and then now this is like.
I think that Starlink is like it was interesting what they did with so if you have a Nintendo Switch and you're getting Starlink, it comes with the R-Wing.
The thing they basically gave to what's his name, the Nintendo guy.
Miyamoto.
Yeah, they gave Miyamoto basically.
So he gave an R-Wing from the Star Fox series and like Fox is in the game, but that content is exclusive to the Switch. And then they also announced DLC for Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle Donkey Kong DLC. So yeah, it's interesting. It was cool to see Miyamoto there. He was there last year for the reveal of Mario plus Rabbids. I think this conference for me was just kind of okay. Just Dance, Beyond Good and Evil, even the Rainbow Six Siege that they had up there, the stuff, like they basically just talked about like a documentary that they're making. I really like Siege. It's a really great game.
You think it's dragging on too long?
I would rather have seen them. I think maybe they're like 2 rounds of operators past where they should have gone, and I would have liked to have seen them
have destructible fours.
Cut. Well, like I feel like if they made a Rainbow Six game, maybe they know something we don't, and like we're closer to the next generation. Like maybe the next generation is 2020, and so like they'll make a Siege 2 on the next gen consoles. But I really feel like if they made a Rainbow Six Siege game, even with just like the Xbox One X as like its base, and not the original Xbox One or the original PlayStation, I think that they could have done a lot more in terms of just destructibility and stuff like that. And that's something that I want to see in that game. I want it to be like I play a lot of Sledge. I want to be able to hit like anything, anywhere, and break it apart.
I see
that sort of thing. So like, and like I don't want that game to drive. Like if they truly go out to 100 operators, like that game will be so dated at that point. Yeah. If like that's like you have to cut it off somewhere. And I feel like the more characters that they're adding, it's getting more and more difficult for them to balance. Yeah. And so I just like too many updates. I just want them to like just stop and like come back in 2 E3s from now and be like Siege 2 coming out this fall. Like
suck it.
Yeah. Like I would be all in on that. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like they're missing a like. They have the Siege kind of shooter, right? But I feel like they're missing like a Battlefield kind of shooter, in a way. Not that I'm saying they need it, but if they did that, even like if they had that kind of like 1 year this one, 1 year that one, in a way, or like 2 years, like you know what I mean, split it up to where like the development's a little bit longer and it's well thought out.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I mean. Assassin's Creed has 3 studios. There are 2 or 3 different studios now working on these games.
3, I think.
Okay. So I wasn't too ecstatic about it. I feel like I trust more. I just don't like the duplication of like the Call of Duty kind of repetitive. Every year we get one. I feel like if you had that one studio that worked on it, and then if they weren't ready that year to release it, then they weren't ready. But if they are ready to release it, I guess it's like a 3-year cycle. I guess, but still, I don't want them to have I don't want them to have a schedule at all. I'd rather have them just be able to release the game when it's ready, and to have like the cojones to say, "Yo, guys, check this game out," and then like have a real in-depth game. I like the setting of this one. Hopefully, you know, we have like a great big world and whatnot. I think I'm gonna go buy Origins pretty soon. Play that one before.
The game's really good.
So I know, yeah, because you said it, and it's on sale, so I'm like, might as well.
Yeah.
And play that one before this one to get because like we were messing with the timeline. I was like, I don't get the timeline, so I got to understand the timeline before I jump to this one. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Assassin's Creed. I mean, is there anything you want to say about Assassin's Creed?
Well, it's kind of stepping, I feel like, into a little bit more RPG realm than like just like how the combat is changing. There's like dialogue options now. It's a good thing. You can pick your character at the beginning now. You can pick Alexios or Cassandra.
Cassandra, yeah. Cassandra.
As like your character that you're gonna, and you play as that person through the whole game. It's not like not Unity, Syndicate, where you could bounce between Evie and Jacob.
I think it'd be interesting though to maybe have this studio to make the ones that you can choose, and then have one studio actually have like an actual storyline.
Yeah, I guess.
I think with an actual character you play as, you know, go into the Animus and whatnot. I would appreciate that a little bit more. That's what I'm getting to, or what I want in the Assassin's Creed games. Like, just have like that one storyline that just makes sense, and then you can have like the universe of Assassin's Creed and allow the other 2 studios to like, you know, have a ball, I guess.
Yeah. I think since Assassin's Creed started as a franchise, there's only been 2 years where there was not a mainline Assassin's Creed that was launched.
Yeah.
And like just 2 years ago, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna let Assassin's Creed breathe. Like, it's gonna be on a hiatus." And like they took 1 year off, and they're like, "Assassin's Creed Origins, here we go." And then like now right back in it, like annualizing Assassin's Creed again. Like I really love Assassin's Creed games, but at the same time, I would be okay if it was like 3 years between games and see like a bigger jump.
Yeah, because I think it's a well-oiled machine by the time you get to that point. I feel like it can compete with your Grand Theft Autos and your Bethesda, like Fallout. Like, I think it has that potential. I feel like I used to respect Assassin's Creed like that, until they was like, wait, are they doing this yearly now? And then that's when I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So I really wanted to see
Online
multiplayer for Assassin's Creed.
Maybe
So I don't think it'll ever happen again.
maybe. I feel like this one it would make sense because I saw the arena stuff.
Yeah.
So like that was like I was like, maybe there's a window.
But the Assassin's Creed multiplayer was never like an arena. It was.
I know.
It was like hiding from other people.
But the thing too is like maybe they're holding off on it. They might do what the Ghost Recon did when it was just a single player game, and then later on, maybe it's just not ready yet, or they maybe don't have enough confidence. Maybe if they get the community going, like, hey, we want to play some online on this game. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we can spearhead that. Assassin's Creed Online, guys. That's how Ubisoft.
Hashtag Assassin's Creed.
Hashtag, that. And then hashtag Jacob and Me podcast on that as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I wanted to see that. I was disappointed that there was no Ghost Recon. I think that the multiplayer in that game is actually really fun. And I was disappointed not to see Splinter Cell. But
next year,
I guess. Yeah.
I
digress.
I mean, they can really do Assassin's Creed one year, Splinter Cell the next year, and then they can do Ghost Recon the next year after that. Like a Ghost Recon, whatever.
They could do a cycle like that just for the Tom Clancy series.
I know what I'm saying. That's
There's so many of them at this
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I know.
And I feel like they are missing that kind of just Battlefield kind of shooter in a way. But I think they can do it. I think they can do it. But anyways, let's keep moving on.